Hey internet, it's been a while. How are you? How are you doing? Let me know, beautiful people, if you were doing well. I know it's been a little bit since I've posted a video, sorry about that. I've been sick, and then with getting back from El Salvador and then going to retreat and being deathly ill and coughing all the time, it's just been a crazy month. I'm here today to do my March wrap-up and my April to be read and just talk about some of the stuff I did this month. March was actually a great reading month for me, surprisingly. I thought that it wouldn't be that great just because of my crazy busy schedule, but I read a lot more than I expected to, so that's always good. Some of them are on my Kindle and some of them I just read and then lent out to people, so I don't really have them on hand, so I'm just gonna talk about them. The first book that I read / finished this month was Ignite Me. I'm pretty sure I said I wanted to read it this month, and then I ended up starting it at like the end of February and went into March, and I finished it on March 1st. So technically it counts. It was such a good end to the Shatter Me trilogy. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I really did. I love that trilogy, so it was just great to have a close. It was so good, so good. The next book that I read, because I didn't want to jump right into a series, was Fangirl, and I loved Fangirl so much. Fangirl was like my life. For some reason I thought that Fangirl was about her fangirling over a celebrity, not a book character. The book character part made it so much more relatable. I don't even know what my mind was thinking when I thought that, so whatever. But it was really, really enjoyable and a great read, and I guess there's gonna be a sequel, so I'm really excited for that. The next 3 books I read were the Delirium trilogy, so Delirium, Pandemonium, and Requiem. I was actually rereading Delirium and Pandemonium because I read them a while ago and I wanted to refresh my mind. Rereading them, I didn't really like them as much as I did the first time. I don't really know what it was, but it just, the writing style got a little old for me and the story got a little for me, and I don't know. I mean, I liked them okay. They're about 3.5, 4-star book for me, but it just wasn't as good as the first time. I don't know what it was. That was sad. The last book that I planned to read this month was Cinder, and then I went ahead and read Scarlet and Crest because I just couldn't stop because they were so wonderful. The rereading of Cinder and Scarlet was completely different than rereading Delirium and Pandemonium for me. I absolutely fell so much more in love with this series after rereading them, and I'm so excited for winter to come out. I can't believe I have to wait another year, but it's okay. It'll be okay. Crest was just so good, and how they brought in some elements from the original Rapunzel fairy tale I thought was really interesting. They were obviously modernized, but it was just like some little details that are major plot points in the Rapunzel fairy tale kind of worked their way into the book, so it was so good. And I'm hoping to do a review on those soon. Don't quote me on that, but I will try. I love them. I love them so much. Those are all the books I read this month. I think I totaled about 8 maybe. I think let me count 1 second. Yes, 8. I read 8, which is way better than I was expecting to do. So I set a really high goal and I surpassed it. Go me. High five, internet. For the month of April, I don't really have a lot of to be read books. I have read most everything on my shelf and I don't really have a lot of money to buy a lot of books right now, so we'll see what happens. I know I'm definitely reading, or starting at least, The Cuckoo's Calling with some lovely people who I will link down below. I have Stardust and the first Kingdom Keepers book on my Kindle, so I'll probably try to read those as well. I'd like to read Throne of Glass. I don't know if it's at my library or not. I'm gonna have to check that. And then I might reread Percy Jackson. I don't know. I'm just kind of gonna do whatever I feel like doing. Not gonna let some list hold me back. If you have any suggestions for me, let me know down below and we could talk about it. Now for the life update part. As many of you know, I went to El Salvador and I did a little bit of a spontaneous live show talking about it, which was really fun, and hopefully I'll do some more live shows soon, but they're very spontaneous. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. I'll just announce on Twitter, hey, I'm gonna do a live show, and then it happens, and that's the magic of it. El Salvador was so wonderful. I loved every moment of it. We did a lot of assemblies in schools and just hung out with kids and loved on them and just played with them, and it was It was so wonderful to give them love when a lot of them haven't been shown love in their lives. I also went on a church retreat this past weekend, which was super awesome and super wonderful, and I loved it a lot. But my life has just been pretty crazy this month, so I haven't really gotten videos up. I'm really behind. I have a couple tags to do. Speaking of tags, if you tag me in something, please let me know on Twitter or on Tumblr or email me or something, because otherwise I usually have a lot of problems keeping up with tags and keeping up with people. So there's a likelihood that I have missed you tagging me in something if you have. So if you do, please let me know and I will do the same for you. I think that's all that I've got for this video. Let me know what you read this month and let me know what I should read this month, and maybe we can read something together and just be partners, be cool people. I hope that you have a great week and I will see you next time. Bye.